So in this video, I'm going to tell you what the top 5 prop firms as of August of 2020 are. Not only am I going to tell you my personal opinion on what prop firms I would go for, and I will give you 4 because the 5th was hard to choose, but I have some honorable mentions. And then I'm also going to show you proof of what the most popular prop firms are, and from there on, you make a decision, right? So we'll have opinion and we'll have data. The reason we are going to have both is because you need to understand that the prop firm model has been very iffy lately, and you know that, right? And the reality is that 99% of firms, or 99% of a firm's revenue, is coming from the challenge fees, and that's what they pay you out with, and that's what has been exposed for the longest time, ever since my Forex funds got shut down. And that's where the first piece of the domino started falling, and prop firms started going under left, right, and center. And while that situation is actually very different from what my Forex funds was doing, because my Forex funds was actually very profitable, these firms end up going under because they're unprofitable. I can tell you that right now the prop firm game has changed a lot, because there are a lot of more cheaters, there's a lot of more people knowing how to play the game of prop firms, which makes the prop firm as a company become such a more hard thing to run. And that is why you see so many prop firms going under. It's not because traders started to become profitable. No, if that would be the case, then prop firms would still be highly profitable. I can guarantee you that. It's because so many more cheaters and people that end up playing the game of probabilities. Who would have thought? That's what I've talked about so many times, and people call me a gambler. That now has resulted in a lot of firms shutting under. And now I'm going to tell you which firms I'm going for, which ones I'm putting my own money into before going into any others you might know. And I know a lot of people are going to say in the description, oh, what do you think about this one? What do you think about this one? I'm going for these ones first, and I'm not going to review any other firms besides these ones unless they have over 1 year's worth of payouts, 1 year's worth of good popularity. So let's start off with number 1, and number 1 is FTMO. Quick disclaimer, none of these firms are actually paying me. The only thing that I get paid for is if you use the link in the description, and the only way that you would click on that is if I actually provide you value. So check the links in the description if that's something you want to do. So FTMO, definitely number 1. And actually we have FTMO's numbers from the previous years. So we have for 2023, and these are all public, by the way, I will link in the description last year's earnings. So we have 2023, we have $230 million worth of revenue. You can see that they continue growing. We go from 50 million, 138 million, 184 million, and yet last year 230 million. So highly profitable business with a lot of revenue. And then if we check the EBITDA, which is earnings before interest rates, depreciation, taxes, and amortization, because it attempts to represent the cash profit generated, you can see 100 million in profit, 82 million in profit, 92 million in profit, $41 million in profit. So they have a lot of money. So this is my number 1 pick. And if you want a company that has no risks of going under, and well, it has risks, but has a very low likelihood of going under, and your payout is basically guaranteed, you have to be careful with risking way too much. They are very attentive to that. And that's why they have these numbers, is because their risk management is on point. So they don't accept and they don't pay out any huge gamblers. So keep that in mind. So FTMO is number 1. Second one is going to be Fivers. Now, why is Fivers? You know, the first time I made a video that was a review on prop firms, Fivers was actually already around. And Fivers has 4.9 rating in their Trustpilot, 5.5 thousand reviews, just like FTMO. And they've been here for the longest time. And that is why I think that Fivers should be number 2. Why did I never mention Fivers in previous videos? Because they used to not have the high stakes program. And that is why in the prop firm video, prop firm award show that I made, I gave them the biggest change award because they added the high stakes that is just the regular 2-step program, which you have to achieve 8% profit target, 10% maximum loss. Same thing as everywhere else. And then you still get the refund. But this is what I now recall as a good prop firm with a good challenge for you to take. And that is why the Fivers is number 2. Believe me, if you have not traded with any other firm, and if you are not max funded by FTMO or Fivers, just go for these ones first, right? These ones are the highest probability of paying you out if you're not a gambler, and they've proven that they've been here for a long time. And again, these two companies, I would actually say Fivers has the better trading experience than FTMO, but again, FTMO is a little bit more transparent because they have to be. So if you want the best trading experience within these two, I would go for Fivers. If you want the one that is most transparent because they have to be, then I would go for FTMO. Now, next one is Alpha Capital, and Alpha Capital has actually changed a lot ever since I made the first review. Why? Because you have a price for 8% profit target and 10% profit target, so on and so forth. They have no commissions on all accounts. That is if you go for the spread accounts, and then you have the raw spread accounts, which are going to give you good trading conditions. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that if you trade higher account sizes and if you trade higher lot sizes, they seem to have had a little bit more slippage now. And again, I am telling you this is because I've always had my integrity above anything that is like, oh, I really want people to go to this firm. It's like, I don't really care. I've always said the truth, so I sleep well at night. So keep that in mind. If you trade high lot sizes, I would still go for Fivers and FTMO. If for any reason you don't want to go for FTMO or Fivers, then you have Alpha Capital that sometimes run a little bit more discounts, bigger discounts that allow you to get a better pricing for the account that you're paying. But again, you have to understand that if you're going for a little bit cheaper, what do you then go for? For a little bit higher risk. That's what you need to understand with prop firms. If you go for the cheapest one, you're going to get the highest risk. What do you think about this? Listen, there have been firms, two firms right now. One of them has already gone under, and the other one is currently doing this. There are firms offering 50% off, and if you pass, you get the next account for free of the same account size. Do you think that this is sustainable? That is basically giving you a 75% discount, which is completely unsustainable for a prop firm, especially if it is after you get funded, because that's just increasing their risk, because they're just giving more and more money to the profitable traders. That doesn't make any sense on a prop firm standpoint, right? And I see these people promoting these discount codes that are 50% off, 70% off, oh, it's 50% off and you get an account for free. That is unsustainable, and those companies are going to go under. So I'm telling you right now, 22nd of August, that firm that is doing that right now is going to go under. Just like I said that the firm that was offering 8% profit target and 12% drawdown was going to go under. That is not a likely sustainable model, because no matter how much you guys want to believe that they are going to use your numbers to make profit, that is not going to happen. So many companies have tried and all of them have failed. Keep that in mind. So number 3, I would go for Alpha Capital. They are based in the UK, and one of the owners, again, this is one of the reasons why I still believe in them long term. One of the owners is actually regulated by the FCA, so he has so much to lose. And from what I've heard, he's one of the people that is constantly going into the business and thinking, how are the numbers? How can we make this more sustainable? How can we make this sustainable in general? Because again, he has a very big reputation within the FCA to maintain. And they are, by the way, one of the few companies that have been on the FCA red list. First thing that they did, they went into the FCA and they solved the issue. So that is why I believe in the management of Alpha Capital. And by the way, prop firms love unprofitable traders, and you want to make sure that if you go for a prop firm, that you are not the unprofitable trader that is feeding the profitable traders. So if you want to become a profitable trader, then make sure to check the first link in the description for the Simple Trading Edge. It is now open, and our goal is to get 500 traders funded by the end of the year. First link in the description for the limited time offer that is ending very, very soon. Now, next one is MyFundedFX. This is one of the things that I don't know how they're still around, but one of the things that I do know, MyFunded Futures, amazing firm. And then, so I'm basically recommending both MyFunded Futures and MyFundedFX. These are basically the two that I'm recommending here because they go hand in hand. I do believe that one of the reasons why MyFundedFX still remains so strong is because of MyFunded Futures, and that is completely fine, right? I've made over $10,000 just with MyFunded Futures just this year, and they've been nothing but amazing. Now, with MyFundedFX, the reason I'm putting them in number 4 is because there's one thing that I really like, and that is quickness, right? And MyFundedFX has been one of the companies that has put their customers' experience in the forefront, right? You get payouts quick. You rarely get denied unless you are cheating. The platform is nice. The trading conditions are not horrible. They're not the best, but they're not horrible. Again, if you want the best ones, you would have to go for Fivers. I'm just saying it out loud. Fivers is the one you have to go for if you want the best trading conditions. But if quickness of payout is something that you really like, then MyFundedFX has you covered. They normally have like 1 hour, 15-minute payouts. It's genuinely crazy the things that I see. Same thing with MyFunded Futures. I've made a video breaking down the MyFunded Futures payout, and it's also very quick. So MyFundedFX, MyFunded Futures, good conditions, good firm. They have been here for a long time, and so I do believe in the longevity of MyFundedFX and MyFunded Futures. Now, before going into number 5, I want to show you the actual data behind all of these firms. So here's June for the traffic of most of firms. So you have Funded Next first, which might be a spoiler for number 5. We have Apex, Funding Pips, FTMO, Fivers, TopStep. I don't know which one this is. I wouldn't go for this. Alpha Capital, and these ones for some reason still have traffic. MyFundedFX is down here. Now, why do I say that this is important? Because I want you guys to understand that either way, a business without income is not going to pay you out. And in my opinion, for any firm that is below the top 20, I don't think that there is a reason to go for a firm that is below the top 20. So anything below this, and obviously the ones that have already gone under, like these ones, I would not go for them. I don't think it makes sense to go anything below the top 20. And I constantly get people asking, oh, what about this one? What about this one? What about this? And I'm like, have you maxed out FTMO? Have you maxed out Fivers? Have you maxed out Alpha Capital? If not, then what are you doing looking at these random firms? And I'm saying this as someone that has basically had a student that got $20,000 trade and his payout was denied. What was this firm doing? This firm offers algos and offers HFT. That is not sustainable, and this firm is obviously going to go under. And so this student that unfortunately got a $20,000 payout denied is not going to see his payout, and that is horrible to see. And that is why the last thing that I want to do is see you guys having a payout rejected unless you cheat. Then I'm happy that you got your payout rejected. Why? Because you are the reason that us good traders are having issues. If you're a cheater, listen, get out of here. I don't like you. But if you are a good trader and you're going for firms, the last thing I want to see is your payout getting denied. Okay, so last but not least, we have Funded Next. And the reason why is because they now release their own platform. They have the free trial, as many people like. They have profit share in the challenge phase. They have news trading, balance-based drawdown, resets, trading view integrated dashboard that's in their platform. And one of the things that I really like is that they have the best trading conditions, one of the best trading conditions that I've seen. But who would have thought that the ones that I'm recommending are here in the top 5, but they're very close into the top of trading conditions. And they get paid in 24 hours or we pay an extra $1,000, which to me shows confidence in their liquidity to pay you out. And that is why Funded Next is number 5. Now, I quickly want to give some honorable mentions, and the first one is going to TopStep, just because if you are a futures trader and if you want to become a futures trader that is funded, then TopStep is definitely one of the best ones. Because they've also been here ever since 2014 or 16. They've been here for a long time and they've always done an amazing job. And if you are a crypto trader, then I recommend Breakout Prop. The reason why is because not long ago, they actually raised 4.5 million to invest in growth. And this is actually, I know the owner and he says that the business is very good and the business is doing very good. So if you are a crypto trader and you want to trade with a prop firm, then Breakout Prop is the one that I would personally go for. And that is really it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, keep in mind, these are the ones that I'm using. These are the ones that I am personally putting my own money into. If you guys enjoyed the video and if you guys liked the fact that I had the opinion based and the actual data, then leave a like, subscribe, and check the links in the description if you want to become a profitable trader, if you want to become a funded trader, and if you want to check any of these firms, the link is also going to be in the description. Thank you all. See ya. Peace.